When GTA 5 came out somewhere between 15th to 16th century, it was quite clear that you don't need to make an online video game to break all records possible. Single player has achieved something absolutely unseen by anyone before, and after more than 10 years on PC, GTA Online to this day has similar numbers of active players to a freshly released and extremely high rated KCD2. But what is the catching point of GTA Online? That element that is able to consistently keeping players for already more than 10 years. And all of that after many controversial updates, which some of them objectively damage Rockstar reputation and the gameplay itself. What I need from you is to let me know in the comments how many hours you've spent in online mode and how much your view on this game has changed over the years. And of course, you can subscribe to this channel and like this video. Let's start this big journey. GTA 5 without any updates or even that online mode was complete revolution. But my question is, was it really? They literally took GTA 4 and brushed it, deleted some unique features along the way, like a lot of features especially in physics department, and added switchable characters, and then they added other features that were not somehow revolutionary. Most of them were from previous Grand Theft Autos, like you could buy garages and houses and cars and being able to fly with planes and tanks. I really took this video seriously and went through all possible major details that GTA 5 featured, but except switchable characters and car tuning, it doesn't have that element of uniqueness against its predecessors. But what Rockstar did as an only game from this series is that they have taken all of these fun party pieces from previous games and stick them into one giant title. Because they have never featured a better optimized GTA than GTA 5. And yeah, the standard was never high. They have created the biggest map in its genre with so bonkers details, which I could not understand to this day, with such a diverse type of nature where you really feel like you're on a different map when you're cruising in sandy shores, and then you drive through mountains to Los Santos, and then you take a highway for visits to Mount Chiliad because you want to look up for a beautiful view on the whole map. And along the way you realize how much nicer is to play this game than GTA 4, because it's better optimized, it's got real cars without mods, it's got actual nature and not just the Central Park, it's got much nicer gunplay with guns that are actually usable and you can sprint with them and have a more dynamic combat, even it is still mostly passive. And these guns are better sounded, including nicer sounds of cars and its environment. It's simply giving you more polished experience without a need of downloading 5 mods. And I'm not gonna talk here about the story because that's for another debate, but just simply the gameplay of GTA 5 is so much better than anything from this series before. And I wasn't even talking about tuning of cars, stealing fighter jets, doing time trials and pilot schools, shooting fellow police officers with Mayweather, or simply playing the story itself. So you take all what I have just said and make it playable with 30 players on the server. What do you think is gonna happen? No. Stop. That's not how you look from the start. GTA Online in its absolute root was simply classic GTA 5 with your friends on one server. No heists, no businesses, no crazy cars and airplanes, no 500 ways how to spend your money. Just join on one server with your crew and do anything you want. And you know what? For majority of players, this was enough back in the day. Because people didn't know the incredible potential and possibilities of online mode. Some people could say there was a GTA 4 online. Well, yes, you're right, but in GTA 4 there wasn't even a concept of money. You just played some events and challenges on the map randomly, but it was not a definition of a complex long-term playability. If you wanted to play, for example, San Andreas with multiplayer, well, you could and you still can, but just with mods, and that's the point where a lot of players are losing attraction. And oh boy, we're just starting with online mode. After first couple of days when Rockstar was dealing with some server instability, literally classic Rockstar, we were starting to get the first updates that were bringing actual new things, especially new events and challenges where you could go against one another in some shooting competitions and stealing cars, guns, other players, going to some places, just the fun stuff. The more important was the fact that these activities were starting to make money. Oh yeah, there was not a proper way how to make money in online before, so you couldn't just buy cars, garages and apartments and all of different things, but this has changed the game quite a lot. It was not just a sandbox pointless mode anymore, anymore. The more updates did Rockstar bring, the more it actually started to look serious and more thoughtful. The GTA Online was on fire. With feature updates they bring new cars, new planes, armored vehicles with crazy machine guns, thousands of new jobs, challenges, server events, more tunability for already existing vehicles. Of course, in the same time they introduced chart cars, because Rockstar is not blind and they are seeing financial potential very clearly. So a lot of players spend fortune on virtual money, as it is more normal these days, but wasn't so in that era of 2013 to 2015. I'm so glad I didn't pay a single shard card in my entire life. It would cause domino effect and it would ruin my life. Like I said, GTA Online in that time, or in any time really, earning billions and billions of dollars to the pockets of Rockstar developers. If you think that money from already selling over hundreds of millions of copies of GTA 5 was something, be sure that you don't know a shit about that shard card business. We can just imagine the money people have spent there, and the most crazy thing is that this still isn't the absolute prime of GTA Online, because the main update of GTA Online was on the way. In the March of 2015, Rockstar did launch the first heist update called the Pacific Standard Job. And oh boy, I have never ever seen a tsunami, but it has to look like having over 300,000 of active players in one time. Update was not just about finally bringing some proper and very fun way how to make a lot of money in this game, but also bringing maybe the most legendary car in GTA Online ever. Do you know this boy? Oh yes, it started here. Anyway, these jobs were incredible fun with 3 other friends, and I'm saying 3 other friends and not 3 other players, because if you ever played these 4 heists with random people and you were able to finish them, holy shit. Please, seriously, if you did it, tell me in the comments how have you done it. I'm really thinking now if I ever caught myself in so much fun in that era when we were so committed to finish all 4 heists, and we did. After somewhere from 8 to 800 attempts, bringing heist to the GTA Online was a game changer. It stopped to be just a simple sandbox third shooter with some cars, but it started to be a full-stop video game to play. Maybe just the pink glasses are speaking from me, because it was a long time ago, and when I try a Flecka job now, it's very irritating how long is the whole preparation for that heist, but it's still so much fun. Moving on with time and adding a lot of new cars, armed vehicles, planes, helicopters, real estates, a lot more heists, some businesses, it was very clear that Rockstar was satisfied with GTA Online making a shit ton of money, so they were milking it till it was possible. And one day, maybe they have overdone it a bit with a French launch of Oppressor Mark I. Driving on public server was always a nightmare. That's true. The advantages of people being able to simply kill you, so you could respawn all of your vehicles and every time, and they will even get some bonuses for it. It was never a balanced system and probably the most irritating part of GTA Online. But holy shit, Rockstar. Why? You probably know the story from here. Oppressor was so overpowered and literally ideal vehicle to troll people on the map. It became a nightmare, and I'm sure a lot of players have quit in this point. It was quite clear statement from Rockstar that they don't give a fuck about you if you want to attempt some job on your map, or maybe your server was dropping and you couldn't join on some of your friends. They never gave a shit about you. They fixed some major problems in the start and then they simply stopped. Occasionally, and very occasionally, they fixed 1 or 2 things on the way, but so many failed heist, jobs and time, and you could wait for another 2 hours to load a new server. Rockstar is acting like these problems are not there for a lot of years now, but it's still weird because they have listened people probably, because they nerfed Oppressor 1, then its second version, just making some smaller adjustments to other vehicles, you know, minor details. But why they're not giving a fuck for over these 10 years? Why is Rockstar acting like you're not existing? Well, it's probably because why would they? Do you remember the part where I've said that they made much more money on chart cards than the game itself? We are talking about billions and billions of dollars. Why would you care about something that is so profitable when you don't even touch it? I have always cared about cars. I love cars, especially in games where I can tune them. So I've always overlooked these problems of GTA Online, but even me as a big petrol head, the inflation crisis of new cars, updates and vehicles in GTA GTA Online is too huge to oversee, and it makes the game painful and frustrating on many levels. There was never some breaking point of this inflation. Over the years, it fluently got increased because Rockstar wanted to create a hype on new updates. They have done so many steps to skyrocket that inflation, making week bonuses on every business, have double or even triple events and challenges rewards, increase the salary from your heist. All of that will have consequences, and if I can bet, even Rockstar didn't expect this to happen. Because this crisis was so fluent and so overlooked for a long time, and we're talking like through the whole 12 years, and I didn't even expect something like that. We're in a state where GTA Online has got enormous number of cars, armed vehicles, planes, helicopters, completely useless boats and real estates, businesses, jobs, challenges, time trials, guns, even a whole new island. It's utterly overdone in every way. There's too much of everything to work with some balance, and there's still over hundreds of thousands of active players. How is it possible? Well, Rockstar is not willing to fix any of these problems, but they are willing to bring you new updates every week. And I mean every week for 12 years. It's true that GTA Online is probably injected with updates for the last years in history, but if I can bet, the number of players will not decrease radically even after GTA 6 release. There's so many things to do and buy on your own and literally have thousands of hours of fun. I'm curious how it will 2025 look for the GTA Online. But as always, it's about you. What do you think? Let me down in the comments and I will see you again. Bye!